Okay, so you know what I really appreciate in hotels? It's not the bed, it's not the windows, it's not any of this. It is this. Let me show you how happy it makes me to just see this. Hi and good morning. It's a very crisp morning and we've left New Orleans. I honestly love New Orleans. It was such a crazy city vibe. It was so vibrant and bustling and just full of life and energy and color. And suddenly everything feels so quiet. Hey everyone, this is Preeti. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. And if you're returning, then welcome back. And I hope you've been catching up on the New Orleans videos so far. If not, then I'm going to link them in the caption. Do check them out. Today, I'm still in Louisiana, but stepped a little out and I'm on my way to Lake Charles, and I made a little stop on the way at Lafayette. So what I'm going to be doing is really interesting because I'm going to be exploring one of the most iconic parts of this area's natural heritage, and that is the swamp region. So this is Atchafalaya Basin, which is basically the largest swamp network in North America, and traditionally over here they're called bayous. There's a really interesting way to check these out. We're going to be going on an airboat and hoping to see like a lot of really interesting wildlife. There are supposed to be like over 300 species of birds and animals over here. But what I'm really excited for, or keeping my fingers crossed for, is a chance to see an alligator. I feel like it's going to be a very different experience. I have seen crocs before, but like just kind of, I'm looking at the swamp right now and I'm going to show you. But I feel like it's going to be such a unique experience, and I'm pretty excited because the weather is really pleasant and it's just giving me that whole mystic vibe. So let's go check this out. So that's the swamp that we're going to be heading out into, and that over there I think is the airboat. Just going to go and see. So I'm going on this tour with a company called Basin Landing, and they're a family-run business. They've been doing this for a really long time, so I'm hoping that the guides are able to show us, I don't know, maybe a couple of alligators. I really want to see an alligator. So we've checked in and they've given us some ear protection, and they also gave us some blankets because apparently it's going to get really cold out there. I'm not sure how cold it's going to be. But I mean, I also layered up like Uniqlo heat tech for the wind. Just hoping it doesn't get that much colder because I have like super low tolerance. But I feel like I would do it because this is just such an exciting experience.
Alright, y'all. Well, my name is Cal. I'll be your tour guide. I'm from here. They say it helps when giving tours. Questions before we go? Alright.
Oh my god, there's an alligator.
In the
Oh my god, I gotta check it out.
Just
She's so
stop in that open water.
Okay, so I'm freezing right now. My hands are frozen. I'm sniffling. But honestly, I think seeing that alligator made it all worth it. I knew it would be cold. I just didn't anticipate how cold. So, like, even the thermal layer, the t-shirt and the jacket did not it was not enough. So, the blankets, they really helped. Just double them up. And I would recommend, like, using your sunglasses as, wind protection because it's pretty strong and, like, my eyes were just tearing up so much. Yeah, I think that's about it. Apart from that, like, yeah, it was really fun. I'm actually really glad I got to get out in nature. I was really looking forward to that part of Louisiana, and I'm glad today was such a nice start. So Atchafalaya Basin Landing, the tour company that we did the swamp tour with, they also have an in-house bar and grill called Turtle, and it's right next to, like, it's literally the same complex. Basically what we had to do is, while registering, we had to pre-order our meal. One thing to note is that there are no vegetarian options, so like maybe fries if at all. So I just went ahead and like pre-ordered a shrimp po' boy because like that's still something I'm okay having. But just something to keep in mind if you're a vegetarian and you're traveling here, the chances of finding veggies is a little low, so maybe carry something with you. That said, everything else has been great. The guide was really knowledgeable and very funny and very interesting to talk to, very conversant. Even the team that set this whole thing up, really sweet. So I definitely recommend them as an operator. So I've been having these hunger pangs in the middle of the night. I think it's a jet lag that's still kind of acting up. So I have my snack. I packed the po' boy. So here's a fun fact about the po' boy. I was just wondering why it's called that, and apparently it was named after a sandwich that was made for striking brothers, and it was given to them for free. Like, they were striking and they were hungry, so it was given to them for free, and it was called the po' boy, and that was abbreviated to po'. So there's also a gift shop here with a lot of alligator themed stuff, and there's alligator jerky and stuff as well. So for anybody who wants to try, we pick it up. Okay, time to get back into the nice warm toasty car. There's no cold in my bones. And make my way to Lake Charles. So the distance to Lake Charles directly from New Orleans would probably be about 4 hours or so, but we managed to make a few stops along the way that have also been really interesting. So the first one was the swamp, and that was around 2 hours away by car. And I'm at the second stop that we're making along the way, and that is Bayou Rum Distillery. Now, this is the oldest rum distillery. It is the first one in the area, and I think we have a tasting lined up. So I'm going to go inside and see what the scene is like. So there are two kinds of tours over here. One is the distillery tour, and I gotta say the whole place smells so good when you enter. It's just intoxicating. The other tour is the tasting as well, like it's included. I'm just not a rum drinker, so I don't really want to do the rum tasting. But if that's something that's up your alley, then maybe you could, because they do seem to have like a lot of varieties. I have actually never seen so many rums before. What's interesting is that this is the oldest rum distillery here, so I think it'll be nice to just kind of get a sense of what's really happening here and what we're looking at. I think there's a group doing a tasting right now, and it looks like a very different tasting. I literally saw a drink that looked like cotton candy. There are such colorful, artistic kinds of shot glasses over there. I feel like it would be really delicious. If only I drank rum. Like, if this was maybe wine or something, or gin, I would have definitely done it. But I just don't drink rum, and I feel like that cotton candy one looks delicious. So I just checked into my hotel. I'm staying in a casino resort for the next couple of nights, and it's a sweet little room. I love the fact that there are massive windows, so there's going to be a lot of light. Let me show you. So starting with the bathroom. Ooh, nice. I love it when there are like new bath products. I love experimenting. That bed, I just want to jump into that bed. Honestly, I've been so tired. Oh, there's a little work area with a mirror. And there we are. Ooh, we have a very nice view, you guys. I'm staying at the L'Auberge. It's a casino hotel. The whole ground floor is a casino area, and there are like so many pools over here. I'm not sure if I'll have time to go for a swim, but maybe. Okay, so you know what I really appreciate in hotels? It's not the bed. It's not the windows. It's not any of this. It is this. Let me show you how happy it makes me to just see this. Wait. My friends, not only do we have plug points, not only do we have a USB port, we have a C-type. We have a C-type. And not just one, two, with two USBs here. I think I can be happy tonight. I'm sure there's something here as well. No. Yes! Right next to the bed. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. Okay, guys, this hotel has my heart. Celsius readings. No more figuring out. 74, 75. Happy. Setting this to 20. Yeah. This is great. So I just got back from dinner and we went to this lovely place called Salt Revival Oyster Company, and it is a locally run restaurant which, as the name suggests, is really famous for oysters. And I feel like Louisiana generally has completely changed my perspective towards what can be done with oysters. And I know I don't usually like talk about food this way, you know, like I don't really reserve so much time for it because I tend to like eat and like leave, but I feel like oysters has been a revelation for me on this trip. Like even in my earlier vlog from New Orleans when we went to Antoine's and we had the oysters Rockefeller, that was a beautiful dish and I think that really kickstarted it for me. And today I knew we were going to Salt Revival and I thought about whether or not I'd be able to eat because honestly, like with jet lag and stuff, even I've been feeling a little under the weather and I was like, oh my god, I want to try everything. But oh my god, I just feel like, oh my god, what a world we're missing out on. I don't know how to explain it, but oh my god, literally everything we ordered was divine. But what I want to say is that it was also unexpected. Like, oh my god, the flavors and the dishes, the char-grilled oysters, and then the char-boiled oysters, and then the deviled eggs with the smoked oysters on top. I've never eaten smoked oysters, and those flavors just exploded in my mouth, and I was like, wait, what is going on? And like along with that, we had some crab dishes coming in. So we had chips and a crab dip. And I feel like nachos and cheese can never be the same for me again. Because that was just exceptional. Like the flavors, even the chips were so, they were just flavored so well on their own. I could have just eaten it all, you know, standalone. But what really struck me was that these guys, so I even saw them shucking oysters, and what we learned about the place is that they do have a sustainable practice. It's an ethically farmed oyster company, and they have their own farms. It's called Area 11, and you'll see that name quite a bit on the menu as well. And I mean, we were also talking, you know, amongst ourselves, and one thing that came up was that the city does have a provision to like collect oyster shells, and there's a lot of oyster being consumed over here generally, and that is actually taken and planted as artificial reefs. And I just find that concept amazing because in a way, like, you know, we're eating it anyway and instead of just like discarding it, I feel like having artificial reefs in the ocean, and you guys already know I'm a complete ocean baby, just having that to like promote another ecosystem, like to create that ecosystem a little more and like build on the coral reef. Okay, this would be an artificial reef, but to just build that ecosystem just feels really special. So yeah, I know I'm talking a lot about the food, but man, if there's one thing you have to come to Lake Charles for, it is the oysters. Today's actually been a pretty chilled out day. And I'm a little glad about that because it does feel like we've been running through New Orleans. And I really hope you've enjoyed those videos. I'll link them in the comments. And if you haven't seen them, you really should, because New Orleans was like a really pleasant surprise for me, start to finish. And I feel like Lake Charles has also started on the same way. I feel like today was a really nice day, like with the swamp tour, and it started great with the alligator. And then we had like a really beautiful drive all the way down here. And then it ended with like some really delicious oysters. And now I'm just ready to just curl up and go to sleep and just have like a really good night's rest, because I know tomorrow there's a lot on the cards, and I'm actually really excited to see more of Lake Charles. So if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this entire series, and if you have any questions, then feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. Until the next video, which will also be super exciting, stay tuned. This is Preeti signing off for now. Bye.